It's a beautiful day to you, our lovely and smart real estate investors, both at home and also in diaspora. Hope you all are doing well today. I'm super delighted to welcome you to another educative and, of course, insightful episode of Property Matters here on YouTube. In case you're coming across a video like this for the first time, this is Property Matters. My name is Adijari, and I'm, of course, your number one real estate investment specialist here in the beautiful city of Lagos, Nigeria. So, Property Matter is a real estate talk show where we discuss important issues concerning the Lagos State real estate market. So, do well to subscribe to this channel, turn on the notification bell so that when we bring, exciting and, of course, educative episode of Property Matters here on YouTube, a very important personality like you will be the first to see. So, once again, I'm Adejare. And after seeing this particular educative guide at your leisure time, you can also do well to check other playlists. We've done an extensive and elaborative, explanation on how the Lagos State real estate market works. We have a playlist on Epa, we have playlist on Ebejuleki, we have playlist on land titles, we have playlist on documentation, we have playlist on verification, we have playlist on short let, we have playlist on off plan. We have playlists on land titles. We have playlists on so many in the of course exciting and of course educative session. Yeah, of course, issues concerning real estate investment. And more importantly, we also have a playlist on how to identify a manipulative and also a fraudulent real estate practitioner here in Lagos. So as you can see that here on Property Matters, we've got you covered. So once again, do well, please do well to subscribe to this channel. Encourage your friends and family to do so. Of course, you can also, give us a thumb like at the end of this video. And of course, advise your friends and family to also subscribe. I'll be back immediately after this short commercial. Don't go nowhere. All right, beautiful smart real estate investors, wherever you're watching this video from, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, depending on the time zone. So I'm here to give you development updates here at our buy and build property here at a big closely for Champotedo. As you can see, the sound here you're hearing is the sound of our block molding machine. So the last time I came here, when I gave updates, this building was, the foundation was in progress, but as you can see, that it has been casted. See, now, so I'm standing at the casted foundation for the 3-bedroom terrace. As you can see, we still have plots of land there, and of course, so let me just show you guys what has been done so far. So this is the other building. See, this is the best time to invest in Lagos. This is the best time to invest. I can assure you that before the end of this year, what am I even saying? Before the end of this month, this estate will be sold out. So for more information about this, for those who are still thinking, should I buy, should I not buy, you can see, development don't start to, this one is not sure. There, of course, I spoke with the engineer and I was told that the interlocking and other projects of this, the continuation of the drainage system, the interlocking is starting this week. You can be rest assured that this place is going to give you massive return. Look at the environment, buy and build location. See, look at it. See how it's everywhere. See how this is everywhere. So this is a very good time to invest. So for my smart real estate investors who are thinking, should I invest? Trust me, the best decision you can make right now is to call us and make that investment. Remember, 300 square meter all inclusive 20.5, 400 square meter 22.5. Then we also have it in 500 and 600. So I'll be dropping the price, of course, as I discuss. And of course, you can also give me a call. Inspection obviously is every day. Key in now before you hear sold out. One thing is that property here, 2-bedroom apartment here, will give you a guaranteed rental income of 1.8 to 2 million. You see this 4-bedroom terrace that is being constructed, when it is fully completed and this will become 100% residential, you won't rent this place less than 4 million. And that's the beauty about real estate. So for more information, give me a call. Welcome to Pick Loss Records. All right, I'm super delighted to have you here on today's episode of Property Matters. Once again, I'm Adejare. And of course, like I said, do well to subscribe to this channel, turn on the notification bell so that when I drop an important, video, a very important personality like you will obviously be one of the very, person to see it. Do well to subscribe once again, invite your friends and family to do so. Help us reach more people. God bless you as you do so. So today I'm going to be talking about important questions to ask when you are investing in real estate in Lagos. Important questions to ask. When it comes to real estate investment in Lagos, a lot of people have fallen victims of fraudulent real estate practitioner. A lot of people have bought properties they don't even aware of the current situation of their properties. A whole lot of developers have eloped with investors' money. Several things, and of course, unfortunate circumstances have happened, and they are still happening in the Lagos State real estate market. And one of the things we do basically on property matter is to ensure that we give you the right information so that when you are doing real estate investment, you are going to do this investment the best way. And of course, you will not lose a dime, which obviously is the reason that, of course, brought about the this show, which is Property Matters. The aim of Property Matter is to ensure that you don't lose a dime to any form of real estate investment in Lagos, Nigeria. So that is why we're going to be talking about 10 important questions to to ask when you are about to buy any form of property, whether it is landed properties, houses, and the likes. So let's quickly go right into it. Now, the reason why I'm going to be discussing this extensively is due to the fact that we've had a whole lot of unpleasant happenings. We've had a lot of abandoned projects across Epe, Lagos, and we've also had a lot of actors and of course new companies coming to the scene of the real estate development industry. And over time, we've seen that most of these companies, whether the old and the new. Now, I don't want to be misquoted. Some of these companies are following similar patterns to some of the the first set of developers that dominated the real estate scene around 2018, 19, 20. So most of them are following the same similar pattern. And what exactly is the pattern? Buy, sell, move to the next one. Buy, sell, abandon, and move to the next one. So it becomes extremely difficult for investors, more importantly, those in diaspora, to tell a developer that wants, to abandon the project from the one that is committed towards developing the project to a point whereby real estate investors can get the actual value for their money. Now, basically, I know that the major aim and purposes of investment is due to the fact that many people want to get good return on investment, which is very, very crucial. And of course, which is obviously the investment goal of several real estate developer across the world. And you know very well that when you get a good return on your investment, that is when you can say that I've done, a good investment. That's where I can say, okay, fine, I'm beginning to, reap, the benefit. But you see, because of the fact that the industry is not regulated, because of the fact that some real estate companies are greedy, because of the fact that some of them are even chasing unrealistic, ambition, and that ambition has made them to be very, very desperate. Okay, now the desperation has been seen on different circumstances and scenarios which I will be outlined. A lot of people invested 2021. Of course, I also invested too. We invested 2021, 2018, 2019 along the Folu is the La Campagne, the Bogun Axis of Ibejuleki. And today we are not proud of our investment because one, we've had instances of company losing possession of the property they sold. We have instances of company abandon, the properties they've sold, and we even have instances of company not even talking about that. I've seen instances of where clients have been allocated to their property, and when they want to go, to develop the property themselves, they still have, unpleasant, crisis on the land, or money coming to attack. And most of those properties are flooded, and a lot of people now ask me, is it still, advisable for me, despite all these unpleasant circumstances, to still proceed and buy properties in Nigeria? Yes, it is. But the only thing you need to do is that you need to put some important, of course, questions which I'll be outlined on today's episode, so that you'll be able to distinguish a property developer that will deliver, and from a property developer that is lying. Read my lip. A whole lot of people have been lied to, have also been lied to. So, and another thing you need to do basically is that when you are buying properties, now forget some comments from unprofessional people that said you can approach the real estate companies by themselves. In most cases, the scenario is even worse because, for instance, you're not in Nigeria, or you're in Nigeria and you're busy. If you are that kind of person, trust me, you need a professional to help you, okay, and do your real estate investment. I'm going to say this again. If you are not in Nigeria, you're in diaspora, or you're in Nigeria and you're busy with different activities, trust me, you need a professional to. Don't say, I've seen instances whereby some family members will say, don't worry, I will handle it. Obviously they can't, because you see, everything real estate investment doesn't just stop at buying. In fact, the process starts the moment you buy. But I don't want to bore you with that. Let's quickly go. Now, the very first question you want to ask basically when you're going into any form of real estate development or real estate investment is the development timeline. You need to be certain. The developer needs to tell you, okay, fine, this property, this and this time is when we're going to develop it. Now, the reason why you need to ask basically is that I've seen instances whereby people have bought properties for 20 million, 30 million, 40 million, and those properties don't even look like the price. So of course, this is not to mock investors, God forbid, no. But based because of the fact that I remember several instances whereby people make empty promises and they don't get to do it. And of course, it's very, very, so you need to ask, Mr. Developer, what time are you developing this estate? And what kind of development should we be expecting? Are we expecting a full development whereby we'll have tarred roads, whereby we'll have, of course, most of those developers, more important, those selling Ekpe and Ibejideki, will never give you tarred roads. So let me just quickly, clarify that. Okay, but if you're buying a high profile property like 15, 20, 30 million, then you need to ask those questions. So what facilities should we be expecting? Should we be expecting charge road? Should we be expecting drainages? Should we be expecting street lights? What exactly, and where exactly will these facilities be delivered? What exactly is the time frame? So you need to ask, because if you don't ask and you assume that they will do it, your property can stay there 4 or 5 years and nothing is happening. And when you understand that, when you begin to ask some important questions, sometimes it puts them on their toes to deliver. Now, there are some categories of companies that you don't need to ask. There are some developers that once they're selling properties to you, can be rest assured that all those facilities will be put into consideration. That's why I was also talking about, the profile and the caliber of real estate developer that you're dealing with. But some people you need to ask. If you don't ask and you assume they will do it, sometimes the reverse has always been good. So that's why we had so many places that were sold in 2019, 2000 today that are thick forest. In fact, some allocations they've done, bushes have covered those properties. So in fact, it will be an opulent tax for people who have bought properties that to even identify their plots for those that have been allocated. So you need to ask this question. Then another thing you also need to understand is that, is it going to be a service estate? If it's going to be a service estate, then they need to tell you the number of services you'll be paying for. Are you paying for electricity? That's for those going off plan or already made or already built apartments. Is it going to be, if you're going to be a service apartment, what is our rate for electricity? What are you charging for drain and for refuse disposal? What are you charging for security? These are questions that you need to ask. In cases whereby they say it has not been disclosed yet, you also need to follow up and to know before you make final conclusion. Then the next question you also want to ask, question number 2, is that what is the tendency that there won't be any form of future equilibriums? You need to ask. The land is free from Omulile. Yes, I've made investment based on that assertion and based on what we were told. There are some places we can't go to that we have paid for. Yes, so you need to ask, what exactly is the tendency that there won't be future equivalents on this property, either by Omonile or by government? That's another question you want to ask. Now, in any aspect of, let's say, in the presence that it is possible that there might be any form of future degree, what is the legal backing protecting my interest as an investor? I'm telling you what you should ask them. What will be the legal backing that shows that I will not be affected? In most cases, I've done several episodes on indemnity clause. This is why you need to subscribe. What an indemnity clause is. Of course, you can, of course, at your digital time, check some of our playlists, you find it there. So in most cases, request for an indemnity clause either on your contract of sale, on your deed of assignment. That is the next question. Then the next question you should also ask, which is very, very crucial, and many people don't ask, is that who is perfecting the title? Now, let me quickly make this assertion. A freehold is not a title. A freehold is not a title. A deed of assignment is not a title. A register survey is just like a first stage of securing a property, whether it is landed or apartment, depending. It's just a step, one step out of many steps that will be taken to ensure that a document or of course documents have been gotten on that property. What are land titles? Land title starts from excision, it starts from gazette, it starts from C of O, it starts from government allocation and governor's consent. See, if a property does not have any of these outlined titles that I've explained, you don't have a title. Freehold is not a title. I've seen instances where they will tell you a land is freehold, and when you do your search, you find out that that land is committed to either zoned agri, military zone, and every form of acquisition that you may have, or any form of equivalences. So I've seen instances where they will tell you that a land is freehold, and you find out that that freehold is a trap and it's a lie from the pit of hell. So you need to ask, who is perfecting title? More importantly, if you are buying a property that doesn't have a title, as far as I'm concerned, freehold is not the title. Who is perfecting the title? When will the developer commence with that process of title perfection? What is the payment formula for title? Because when a developer perfect title, you will pay. It's not free. Yes. So, but in most cases, I've seen instances whereby real estate companies will say, okay, fine, I'm going to do the title, but we're going to share the cost. I'm going to get a global C of O on this property. I'm going to get a governor's consent on this property. I'm going to work on the government allocation on this property. I'll get a gazette on this property. We share the cost of title perfection. I'll take 50% burden of the expenses, while you, the investor, will also take 50% of it. So you need to ask. If you don't ask, you need to understand that as long as your property is in Lagos, anything can happen. Policy can change. And that is why I always emphasize that if you're buying properties, buy from developers that have the intention to perfect. All my investor that you are rushing, this property is 2 million, this property is, many of you are buying future problem in disguise. What happened in the Bejuleki 2018, 2019, where most of real estate developers abandoned most of the properties, and today the title has not been gotten, and when the title is not on the property, it gives government free access to sell that property to whoever is ready to pay for the title. So please, if you have bought those excision in process today, let me just tell you, developer is not going to do title. The land you bought 700k, 1.5k, 2 million k, 2 million, 2.5. If they tell you the amount of money that costs in title perfection, you also understand that it's unfair for that real estate developer to perfect that title. I'm not speaking to defend them. I'm just showing you a reality of what is happening. So you need to ask, who is perfecting the title? How soon will it be done? What is the payment structure for this title? And if they tell you, in a scenario when they tell you the property is C of O in view, ask for the documents. At least if they have started processing the C of O, at least they should have a lodgement copy of the C of O to show that they started perfecting that. These are important expos I'm giving you really. So if parameter with all these explanations, you still went ahead to buy property without following all the, then if you call me, I will answer you, because I'm trying to simplify everything for real estate investors to know the way things work. And we can take this off your neck. If you choose to involve us in your property acquisition, we can take this off. Wherever you are across the world, you can be rest assured that all these things I've mentioned, we will do it for you if you choose to work with us. Now, if you're working with us and you want us, okay, to help you acquire that property after those rigorous process, you are not paying a dime. But if you choose to just use us to help you, do all this process verification and the likes, of course, it comes with a fee. So that's just it. So you need to ask, okay, the C of O is in process. Can I see documents that shows that the C of O is in process? So the next thing you also want to ask, okay, the next one is, in the scenario where they tell you the C of O is in process, then ask for the documents, confirm if that process has already started before you make payments. Now, the next thing you also want to do basically is to discuss the terms for resale. Now, most of the investors that are buying properties in Lagos are buying with the option to resell in the future when that place appreciates, which is obviously a fantastic investment idea. Of course, I'm also buying to resell for bigger money. But you need to understand the company's terms, policies, and condition for reselling. I've seen instances whereby the company will tell you these are our conditions. There's a particular real estate company in Lagos, Nigeria, that after you bought property from them and you have paid all your fees and the like, blah, 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 and they will tell you that if you want to resell, you are going to pay us 7% commission of the present cost. Yes, it happens. It's Lagos. So company formulate policies. So you want to understand the conditions, the percentages they will charge, the document they will refer, and of course, you also want to confirm if they will be the one. Of course, when you're buying from company, the company you're buying from should be the one to prepare a deed of assignment so that to notify them that you are transferring the ownership of that property to another person. So you want to understand that. Then the last and the final point that you want to confirm is if there are restrictions on buildings. There are some companies that they will tell you that for our own estate too, it's only bungalows we accept. Some will say for our own estate too, we don't want face me, I slap you. For our own estate too, we don't want terraces. For our own estate, and the reason why they're making this, I don't call them restrictions. It's just like their own policies. Most times they're doing this because they want to ensure uniformity. They don't want this one building bungalow at the middle, this one is building face man face you at by the side, and this one is building and of course conform. So you ask them, ask. So what are the restrictions? How soon can I build? Is there a pattern I must conform to? What exactly are those things? What should be the height of my fence? So many things you need to ask them. Because if you don't and you buy in anticipation that you can build whatever you like, some people, some realtors will tell you you can build whatever you like. Is a lie. You can't build. Some people have policies. So these are the important questions that you want to ask before you buy properties. Now, like I said before, wherever you are across the world, we can help you analyze this thing and help you get the best. But if you're buying that same property through us, it's free. Our services are free for people that are buying for our clients. But if you just want us to help you do this, it comes with a fee. So this is where I'm going to draw today's curtain of property matters. I hope you have been able to get value. And for of course, like I said, the number below the caption of this video are WhatsApp enabled numbers. It's both numbers. You can call us. You can ask questions. We are ready to help you get the best. So until I come your way in another exciting and of course educative session of property matters, do well to subscribe once again, turn on the notification bell, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now. God bless you.